It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Titans' electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Titans and the Colts. And it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to...
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy. Let the offense unfold. Trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's going to have the first down and then some. Give him 18 yards on that one and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll take this to about the 28. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Richardson gonna hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings us 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. There he goes again. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the Titans' 41-yard line.
Now Richardson. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Richardson to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This one from 54 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. He's tackled there by Quiddy Pay. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And he'll He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he has been doing it through the air and on the ground this first month of the season. Currently leading the NFL in rush yards by a quarterback. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On play action, Richardson. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing, Richardson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This one from 43 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead, and it just doesn't work out.
The Titans offense ready for this next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
They go right back to Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. 3rd and 5.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Richardson. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
First carry now for Khalil Herbert. And he will work his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 6. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 2 and gained 6. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He's going to get forward for about 5 yards, but this one might be coming back. Let's check in with the referee. Now it is 1st and goal. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to be taken down right around the 9. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. A hit, and he has lost the football.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Titans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Again, it's Pollard. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here's first and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw, Richardson. Completing this one to Downs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Richardson. Oh. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A second down throw for Richardson. That one into the hands of Downs. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets them down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still first down.
So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. Here's Richardson. Good blocking, and he's in. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Colts. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
That's the score. 7, Titans
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Titans offense about ready to take over once more. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. He keeps it himself, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll drop to throw. There's Lockett for the catch. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw again. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Titan 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the air one more time. That one underneath to Pollard. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Sly's kick is good. And the Titans are on the board. It's 7-3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Ladd McConkey, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Joe Burrow leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
There's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And they're not going to catch up to him. He brings it all the way back. 95 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pollard. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as he's standing right around his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent, but here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
He's into space past the 25. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Catch made. That's Woods. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Indianapolis. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. Whoa. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Pollard. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Opening carry of the game for Tyjae Spears. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They get the Alabama man, the former 1st-round pick, J.C. Latham. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
I fumbled the football. The Titans have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The visitors' offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. He is in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Next to score, Colts 21, Titans 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he is yet to find anything to lean on in this one. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Richardson. Now a screen set up for Herbert. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Richardson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Pass interference. Defense.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the Colts will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Here's 3rd and 7. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Draw play. Here comes Pollard. And he'll get this up past the 30-yard line. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Oh, the hard count looked like they caught somebody to jump. If they did, they pick up the 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now this time, they'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They get 22 yards there. 1st down for Tennessee. Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
First down, Tennessee.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll bring up second down. And that ball incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 3-score game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The Colts offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll go again here with Taylor. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a run up the middle with Herbert.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This one from 49. And he pulled it left. No good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
And the Titans first down.
Throwing now from the gun, and that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on second down. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is going to work out. They get the first down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off. Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I think what stands out here, Mike, is there's a lot of guys in the league with the ball in their hands. They have great straight line speed. But it's the footwork. It's the ability to make you miss. That's what stands out about this guy, and you can see here on the big game.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Tony Pollard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll be third down. He'll look to throw. That one taken in. Touchdown, Tennessee. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Richardson operating from the pistol. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They go right back to Taylor. And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line. Looking to throw, Richardson. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Taylor. Whoa. A second effort, and he is in. Donovan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. His kick is good. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Yeah! And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with the big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
The PAT, up and good. And the Colts are going to extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now this team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Colts, and it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.